Good, happy Tuesday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Entertainment News with Riley King. Let's begin. First up, Chance the Rapper delays tour for family. Let's take a listen to this video from E! News.
Chance the Rapper is pushing back his tour until next year because he wants to spend more time with his family. So he became a father to another baby girl, Marley, just last week. In an Instagram post yesterday, he called the past year one of the greatest of his life, but he also said that it was strenuous, dividing his time between work and family. So this time he's choosing family. It's rare that we hear dads talk about balancing work with family. I mean, I've been trying to ask people about it.
Yeah.
It is one of those questions that we typically reserve for women, but
how does she do it?
But guys have got to do it too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this is a modern world where guys have not got full 50-50 workload with women, but it's certainly a lot more than, I don't know, like when we were kids and our dads and moms. I don't know. Thoughts, feelings, reactions?
It's we've seen when women or men, when the work imbalance is not right, and when there is a work imbalance, and we see the kind of the pressures and what happens and the stresses that come from that. So yeah, it's great that he has the money and ability and resources to be able to do this.
True.
And he actually, talked about how when his first child was born, he did go straight back to work. And later regretted it because he missed so many milestones and so many firsts. So I think it's nice now that he's recognizing, for himself and his family that this is what he needs to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great. We've seen obviously women always feel the need to apologize when doing this, like they almost feel guilty for saying oh, actually I need a break. But so no, I think it's great that it's a young dad saying, dude, it's cool to put your family first. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, and coming from experience too, it is no break. You're not at work.
I was just going to say.
You're not at work, but it is by no means a break.
Okay, and there you go. Congratulations to Chance the Rapper and his family on their new child. And by the way, event update at the TD Garden. Chance the Rapper, the Big Day tour at the TD Garden will be rescheduled from October 3rd, 2019 to February 14, 2020. All tickets for the October 3rd show will be honored. Mac Miller's dad speaks out about drug arrest. Let's take a listen to that video from E! News.
Mac Miller's dad breaks his silence on the arrest made in connection with the rapper's death. The self-care rapper's father, Mark McCormick, attended a celebration of life event for his late son at Pittsburgh's Blue Side Park, where he spoke about prosecutors charging a man in connection with Miller's death. In a video captured by a fan account, Mark addressed the crowd saying, "So they finally caught the that sold him the drugs that killed him, and we find some comfort in that. Many of us were young, including me, experimented with drugs, but it's a different world out there, and all it takes is a stone, a little tiny stone of fentanyl and cocaine, and you're dead. Drugs are being laced with fentanyl, all kinds of drugs, and the one thing I would say to you is, don't take the risk. It's just not worth it." A Hollywood Hills man named Cameron James Pettit was arrested on federal charges, alleging he sold counterfeit pharmaceutical narcotics containing fentanyl to Miller 2 days before he died of a drug overdose. Mack passed away on September 7th, 2018, and the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner later determined he died of mixed drug toxicity involving fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol. According to the filing, Cameron agreed to supply Mack with 30 milligrams of oxycodone pills, as well as cocaine and Xanax. However, he allegedly sold Miller counterfeit oxycodone pills that contained fentanyl. Cameron, who was ordered to be held without bond, is due for an arraignment in October.
Okay, and there you go on that video from E! News. Okay, hold on, everyone. Sorry about that. Justin and Hailey Bieber's upcoming wedding. Everything you need to know.
It's an emotional time in my life for sure. I've been having a lot of cries lately.
It's been a roller coaster ride for Justin Bieber over the past few years, but a source tells ET he and Hailey are gearing up for the event of their lives and will wed later this month in South Carolina.
We have a good time together. He's just really sweet. He's a good kid. He's a good heart, and I love him.
Of course, the couple has been legally married since last September, but our source says they want to celebrate their love and unity in front of the people they love, especially God.
I believe it's not my job to push anything that I believe on anyone else. You know, I think it's just my job to be a light and share what I've went through as far as my spiritual journey.
Justin has been on his own spiritual journey. Last week, he performed at his church.
Now I see that you were there for me.
Our source says they want their wedding to be private, but that it'll be a fairy tale with over-the-top flowers and lights, and to expect an all-around party for their loved ones.
If your core foundation isn't supporting you, then you're just not gonna be balanced. You're not gonna have that anchor to make sure you have you know what I'm trying to say?
Justin's been candid about his struggles with mental health recently, but our source says, quote, Justin is going into his upcoming wedding weekend in a very good place, looking forward to showing everyone the love he and Hailey share.
I'm just learning more how to navigate through situations better and how to just be myself.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Felicity Huffman is very emotional ahead of college mission scandal sentencing. Let's take a listen to that video from Entertainment Tonight.
Felicity and husband William H. Macy will likely appear in person on Friday. She has asked the courts for probation over prison time and submitted 27 letters supporting that request. In Felicity's letter, she says 18-year-old daughter Sophia did not know they paid $15,000 so she could get a better SAT score. Quote, when my daughter looked at me and asked with tears streaming down her face, why didn't you think I could do it on my own? I had no adequate answer for her. Macy says Sophia, quote, has nightmares from the FBI agents waking her that morning with guns drawn.
You have the right to remain silent.
Felicity's former Desperate Housewives co-star Eva Longoria also penned a letter testifying to the strength of her character. This summer, she told E.T. Felicity has her full support.
She has a heart that is bigger than the sun, and that's the woman I choose to support and love.
Meanwhile, the next federal court hearing for Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, is October 2nd in Boston. If convicted, they face up to 40 years in prison for their alleged role in the scandal.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Tina Turner opens up about life in retirement. Let's take a listen to this video from Good Morning America.
She will not sing at all. Who is simply the best. Tina Turner opening up in a new interview with the New York Times about life in retirement, saying at 79 years young, she does not miss performing. She will not sing at all, except when she's in the car with her husband, Erwin Bach, and Coldplay's Something Just Like This comes on. Then he gets the, quote, full Tina Turner experience. Tina says that she's alive today thanks to her husband giving her one of his kidneys. The loving couple has been together since 1983. They now live in Switzerland. The fascinating New York Times article comes in advance of Tina, the Tina Turner musical opening on Broadway next month. Coldplay, yes. Yes. Thank you, Robin. Also,
I'm much better in the shower.
Also popping this morning, Chance the Rapper.
Okay, and there you go. And that is it for this evening edition of Entertainment News with Riley King. I hope you all enjoyed this Tuesday evening edition of Entertainment News with Riley King. I'll see you back here tomorrow night for another edition of Entertainment News with Riley King. Good night and